Bird of Prey 5. El Karuga.
Kapla!
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Karuga. That's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
If you come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. If you're here to make war, we surrender.
Both good. The important thing is I'm meeting new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's gonna be under one roof. You're gonna run it like a business. And that means you're gonna make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird of Prey 5 channel. Hail Karuga.
No, it's okay, Mama Prey. I'll know when I'm ready. These suckers, I have them eating out of my pocket. Yeah. No, it doesn't matter. I can make them super chat me just to tell me that I'm not live, even though I know for a fact I'm absolutely not live. Look at these suckers. Look at these suckers. One of them will probably super chat me any minute just to say how wrong I am, even though I know for sure I really am broadcasting to a black screen. And there it is. There it is. We got a random donation. A random donation from somebody who said something. And as proof of the random donation, oh shit. I didn't think this through. Well, there we go. There we go. Of course, that wasn't random. Anyway. Okay, well, that bit fell apart. Sorry about that. Hello, world. It's Bird of Prey 5. Kapla. Welcome to Bed Life for President's Day, Monday, February 19th, 2024. Kapla. 47 Yorktown, first in the chat, says we have no presidents in Canada.
Yeah.
So we have Family Day. And 205 donated with $2.49 and says, let Dax be my sucker. And you got it, Joseph. Thank you, Joseph, coming through on that for us, with Kissing Dax. I don't feel like.
Oh, yeah.
And there it is again. We get double the pleasure for single one-time donation, double the pleasure, double the fun. Thank you so much, Joseph. I don't look like a total idiot. Some double kissing Dax. Today, President's Day in the United States, or Family Day in Canada, or I would suggest that it's Kissing Dax Day in Slovakia. There we go. Official. Somebody add it to the chart. Jedi Bill says, Kapla, brother warrior. Berto Pray 5, all should hail Karoga. Thank you, Bill. Kapla to you. Yvette, the lovely Yvette says, good evening, Bird and everyone. Good evening to the lovely Yvette. Daniel's Hot Topic says, hello, Daniel. Miss Lodell's Groovy Movies says, newsflash. The Arecibo Observatory has still collapsed. The one in Puerto Rico that collapsed like 5 years ago. Jedi Bill says there are now only 316 days left in 2024, or 7,584 hours, 49 weeks, 1 day, 10 months, and 12 days. Wait, that doesn't make any sense, Bill. That doesn't make any sense. You start with 316 days, and then you go to hours, but clearly that's not, that can't be, it's not 45 weeks, 10 months, 1 day, 12 days. Is that 12 minutes, maybe? That last 12? The last 12, I don't know. Hours? That's got to be hours. Hours or minutes. Hakeem says, Kapla Bird. And chat, Kapla Hakeem. 47 Yorktown says, hello. Young sir, hello, 47. Again. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. Jedi Bill says, hello to Hakeem. Taylor Swift, greater than Disney, Star Wars, and MCU, a.k.a. Matt G, with the turquoise hellos. Kapla, Matt G. Words and Pictures says, Kapla, Berto Pray 5. Good to hear you. Good to be here. Good to have you here. Words and Pictures. Schwario says, Kapla, Bird. Hope you and the family are doing well today. Thank you, Schwario. Schwario says, black screen. Yeah. Gorilla's Random Thought says, Kapla. Kapla, Gorilla. Hakeem says, so that's how Bird really feels. Ha, ha, ha. I mean, I assume you could tell the, feel the sarcasm from yeah. Gorilla says, is doing black screen the same as doing blackface? I hope not. I hope not. Schwario says, gone. LDG at hashtag free the net says, afternoon all, Kapla LDG. The Random Menace says, greetings from the future. Long live the president of Corona. Thank you, Random Menace. Kapla, Mamo Pray. There was somebody, a delivery. Well, there's still a delivery, or somebody at the door. Amazon delivery. Okay. Speaking of Amazon deliveries. We got to talk. We got to talk about Amazon, people. We got to talk about Amazon. We got to talk about a few things today. But we'll get there in a minute. Scenario yells, kissing Dax. Hello, you all. Kissing Dax twice as nice, indeed. Thanks again to the Random Menace. I ordered something? Yeah. Okay, I think I ordered something. I forget what I ordered, but it's not unexpected. I'm not unexpected. I don't remember what I ordered because it was yesterday. Oh, is it batteries? Is it AA batteries? Yeah. 50 AA batteries. Or 24 AA. 24 AA batteries. Yeah, that's what it is. Daniel's Hot Topics says, I was on a YouTube channel called What Did I Miss? And on that channel, there's a video titled Captain Kirk may be coming back in Disco Season 5. He translated the alien letters on the poster, and it spelled Kirk. Daniel, if Captain Kirk came back in Disco Season 5, it would be the Strange New World fake Captain Kirk and not the real William Shatner Captain Kirk. It wouldn't even be the Chris Pine JJ Captain Kirk. It would only be whoever that loser they've got on Strange New Worlds, who they literally killed off. They literally killed Captain Kirk in an episode of Strange New Worlds last year. And that was the episode that broke me. That was the episode that broke me. I stopped doing my reviews. I tried to, but they literally killed Captain Kirk. They literally killed Captain Kirk. How the hell was I supposed to redo? How was I supposed to get back to doing my reviews? They killed Captain Kirk. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And that was where I stopped. And I was like, no more. No more. No more. I don't know if I will ever get back to doing those reviews, because I have to go back to that episode and try to make peace with it, I guess. I don't know how I will ever be able to do that. So, yeah, it's bad. But thank you, Daniel. Mike Richards says, double your pleasure, double your fun, Xerox your paycheck, make more than one. It's a fake. And John Aragi with a 99-cent super poop super sticker. Thank you so much. It's a fake. Unfortunately, it's a fake, but it's appreciated. Positive Candor says, Happy Residence Day. Yes, Positive Candor. It is indeed the President of the United States. It is a day dedicated to our resident. Miranda Menace says 71,889 minutes ago, 2024 begun. Captain Finity of Section 31 is here. Cut block, Captain Finity. LDG at Free the Net has got a rant, and he says, crud, I stepped in poop. Positive Candor says, happy residents of Karoga Day. Thank you, Positive Candor. Oh, you said it twice. You said it twice. Well, you said it once of Karoga. Random Menace says, Bird ordered 48A batteries. No. I ordered AA, but on the material, they make it look like there's 50 because they throw the word 50 on. I'm like, oh, it's 50 batteries. That's a really good deal. But it's not 50, it's 24. Yeah, I don't know why they say 50. 50, I don't know, 50 years anniversary or something. Energizer batteries. It makes you think, oh, I'm getting 50, but it's not 50. They do a good job at advertising like that. Makes your brain all confused. Hakeem says, I love shopping on Amazon, but absolutely hate the majority of delivery drivers. Well, it's not even about that. Daniel's Hot Topic says, Paul Wesley is a terrible Kirk. Is that the actor's name? Because I don't even know. 50% longer lasting. That's what it says. Mama Pray opened it. 50% longer lasting, it says across the very wide battery container. And I thought, oh, 50 batteries. Daniel says, that was the alternate Kirk who died. The multiverse is a strange, infinite place. It doesn't matter, Daniel. That's they killed Captain Kirk. Tim Chris says, didn't they kill Kirk in an alternate timeline? Well, yes and no. They killed Kirk in the JJ timeline, but then they brought him back to life with Tribble blood, because of course, magic Tribble blood, Khan's magic Tribble blood. And then Strange New Worlds, they also killed Kirk in an alternate timeline. But that's even worse. Tim Chris, because I thought Kirk was back a couple of episodes later. Yes, he was. It was an alternate timeline, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Tim. They fucking killed Captain Kirk on a TV show. We're done. Daniel says, but there are infinite Kirks out there, and infinite TOS Kirks, infinite JJ timeline Kirks, and infinite Paul West Kirks. Cringe. Positive Candor says, maybe someone should make a AA Viagra pill that's 50% longer lasting. No, Positive Candor. Then everybody's going to be going to the hospital with 6-hour erections. Okay, you can't have an erection over 4 hours. Else, I don't know exactly what happens, but it's not good. It's not good. You basically never get an erection again. So you're fucked. Stanley says, so whose bright idea was it to take two unique presidential birthday holidays and combine them so you only get one day off? I tell you, Stanley, it certainly wasn't my idea. Okay? I would never have done this. Mamo Frey also does not like the idea of combining President's Day, Washington's Day into Lincoln calling it president. Bullshit. Lincoln's birthday was always the 12th. Washington was the 22nd. She doesn't even like holidays being on Monday anymore. We should go back to everybody having their holiday. Their birthday gets celebrated on the day of their birth. If you're there, if it's a Saturday or a Sunday that year, fuck it. You don't get the day off work? Who cares? Cry me a river. You're not here to celebrate your time off work. You're here to celebrate the President of the United States at the time. You're here to celebrate George Washington, Abraham Lincoln. Stan Lee says, was that a Carogan initiative? I'm not sure. Alternate timeline, you say. Yeah, well, oh, Captain, don't even get me started. Don't get me started. Strange New Worlds. It's beyond redemption. Daniel's Hot Topics is multiple timelines, not malleable. Okay, well, I got to tell you, if you relook at City on the Edge of Forever, there is no way that was written by somebody who believes in multiple timelines, in my opinion. The writer of that show, and I rewatched it this morning, clearly believed in a malleable timeline. Daniel says multiple timelines, not malleable. But the writer certainly believed it was malleable. And also, I found more things to hate about Strange New Worlds or about Star Trek Discovery, because if you rewatch City on the Edge of Forever, okay, the Guardian of Forever, Spock specifically asked the Guardian of Forever if it could change the speed at which it shows back prior events, or if it could show other places. And the Guardian of Forever says specifically that it was built only to show time in this manner, and it cannot be done any other way. It's only built to show time in the way it was constructed, and it does not have the ability to change the way it can show time. Presumably, it means it doesn't have the way to change the way it works, which is a very fine, it's I could understand that. It's built the one way. You take it or you leave it. Fine. But then in Star Trek Discovery, season 4, Carl comes out. And we're supposed to believe that in the 800 years or 900 years it's been between 900 years it's been between when it was found in City on the Edge of Forever and when it gets when we find it again in Star Trek Discovery season 5, that in those 900 years, but not the tens of thousands of years old, it was confirmed by Spock. It was confirmed to be tens of thousands of years old in TNG, in TOS. So 99.999% of its life, it was a fucking hole in a rock. And only in the last 900 years, which is a minutia of the existence of the Guardian of Forever, only at the very end of its life did it decide that it now was going to change it's changing its pronouns, and it's no longer going to be a hole in a rock. It's going to be a person named Carl sitting on a fucking chair for, I don't know, 1,000 years. Because again, in the last 900 years, people realized they could fight wars with it, and it got sad. Carl got sad, and Carl changed the way he worked. Even though, very specifically, he was flat out asked by Spock, and by he, I mean the fucking rock with the hole in it, not Carl. The hole with the rock that has a hole in it, was asked by Spock, hey, can you, by any chance, slow down or speed up how fast you show back? And the rock is like, no, I can't. This is the only way I can do it. And Spock's like, okay, I guess that's good enough. I'll just have to look real close at what happened when Dr. McCoy stepped through you. And it's bullshit. It's bullshit. So yeah, don't fucking tell me the Guardian of Forever could just decide to change his name to Carl and become a nice old man sitting in a fucking, I don't know, an Adirondack chair or something, waiting for Michael Burnham to just drop in on him. Oh, and move to a different planet. That's right. Move to a different planet too. That's right. Fuck you, Star Trek Discovery. Fuck you, Star Trek Discovery. I'm still angry. I'm still angry. Tim Christ says Kirk died in a muck time. No, he didn't die in a muck. Now, he did die in Generations. He did die in Generations under a bridge instead of on the bridge of the Enterprise. That was more shameful. He died, that's true. He died twice in Generations. And then Picard leaves his body on a fucking alien planet to be fucking reclaimed by alien maggots. Although then, I don't know what's worse, then apparently Section 31 retrieves his body and holds it in a fucking Starfleet super secure center. It's sick. It's sick and depraved. The depravity of all things Star Trek at this point. Stanley's end, the other guy from that hill. Yeah. Positive candor says, is there a B-sized battery? You know, I'm not sure if there is positive candor. I know there's quad A. I used to use them in the Coyopa bottles. I know obviously there's A, double A, triple A, quad A. The question is there B? Yeah, monobrand. There's C and D, 9 volts, obviously. I imagine there's got to be a B. Random Menace is not my president. That's true. Not your resident either. Stan Lee says, Tim Chris generation, bridge stands you. In generation, bridge stands on you. Captain Infinity says, Birdo Prey 5 on the rewatch. Well, I gotta know, Captain Infinity. I gotta fucking know. Positive Candor says, you mean Carl? Carl is now the Guardian of Forever. Name now and forever and ever and ever. Yes, I mean Carl. Captain Infinity says, does the Guardian of Forever have access to a DeLorean? It might. It might. At this point, it probably does. Tim Chris says, the Guardian of Forever has a very specific purpose, to show past events of human history on Earth. Why? No. It doesn't. It says it can show you from your history. So it's very possible that whatever person is in front of it, it's going to show them from their history. So, you know, your ancestors, regardless, if a Klingon was there, presumably they would see early days of life on Kronos, not on Earth. Tim Chris says, why Earth? Because it, you know, why not Earth? It's your history. Yvette says, possibly because Earth begins outnumbered non-humans, so chose to show the past of Earth. Possibly, okay. Yvette says possibly because Earth beings outnumbered non-humans, so it chose to show the past of Earth. Well, Spock is half human, so the events of Earth affect Spock at least as much as the past of Vulcan. Then everyone else who was down there was human. So, yeah, I would. And McCoy. Okay. McCoy goes back to Earth. So McCoy doesn't change any events on Vulcan. And I understand the butterfly effect, but the reality is McCoy going back to Earth a few hundred years in the past isn't going to make any effect. Even the butterfly effect wouldn't make it to Vulcan in that amount of time. So there's really no reason that I mean, I guess, see, that's the thing. It really doesn't make sense that an entire, that's a good question. You know, I know the theory about malleable timeline, but see, I don't know. I don't know. Because here's the other problem with the entire episode is that JP's was a friend of Kuroga. 16-month membership. Says, wait, Spock was half human. When did this happen? You gotta go back to the original series, JP's. And if you have a good eye, you'll notice that Spock's mother was human. Amanda Grayson. And that Sarek, he has an eye for those human women. In fact, Sarek, you might have seen him in a poster or music. Sarek was the first being to say, "Where are the white women at?" No, it is. Amal praise. She's questioning me. No, Sarek of Vulcan. He was well known. That's what they were talking about at the Vulcan Science Institute one day. And Sarek be like, "Yo, where are the white women at?" They're like, "Yo, they're on Earth." He's like, let's go down to Earth. I got to get me a wife. They landed in Carbon Creek, and he's like, I know where the good women at. And he lands in Carbon Creek, and he steps down at the bar. He looks over to this bar that's got a whole bunch of Velcro attached to it. And he comes in, he's like, "Yo, who up for a spaceship ride?" And like this 17-year-old girl puts up, "Oh, I want to go in your spaceship." And he's like, "Nice." She comes up to the Vulcan ship, and he's like, "Hey, how old are you?" She's like, "How old do I need to be?" And he's like, "Nice." They land on Vulcan, and they get married, and 7 months later, Spock comes aboard, because Vulcans don't need as long to have a baby. So that's the true story of how Spock was born. Um, 47 York Times says, "Oh God, Carl." Mike Richards is a disco rant. Tim Chris says, "Lol, Section 31 holds Kirk's body. They need to recover the saucer of the Enterprise to make the Prime Directive happy, because the birds and squirrels may have been influenced by Federation theft." The Random Menace says, "Imagine no streaming service in Central or Eastern Europe has disco." Tim Chris says, "The wildlife wasn't a warfaring species yet." Positive Candor says, "B-size battery was most commonly found within a European 4.5 volt lantern battery." Very interesting. Thank you, Positive Candor. JP says, "Amanda Grayson was that also Dick Grayson's mom?" JP says, "If so, Robin and Spock were brothers." Stanley says, "A Vulcan ears is the only part that's pointy." Stanley, that's beyond my pay grade. John Araki says Asian Muslim women from the USSR are the logical choice. You know what? Congrats to Alexander. I hope he made the right choice. Positive Candace says obviously everything that starts with a V was inverted by Vulcans. Velcro was invented by Vulcans. Velcro, vacuums, vaccines, Viagra, etc. Vulcans. Stan Lee says JP's, well, half brothers. JP says close enough. John Araki says, uh-oh. Virgins, victims, vapor, vixen, vandals. John Araki says, Carl, you have to finish your work, Carl. There's much to do. Oh my God, fucking Carl. Fucking Carl. Anyway. Okay. Seriously. Amazon. There's a problem with Amazon that's been getting worse and worse, and people are starting to notice, and it's bad. It is getting full of fake products, and dangerous products. It used to be that it was almost like self-policing, that if somebody put up a shitty product, it would get shitty reviews, so it would go away, and it really wouldn't be that big of a deal. But now that they have advertising, allow advertising, I guess, to fight against shitty reviews, the problem is that you can pay to get your product listed, much like YouTube is allowing people to pay to get their videos listed, and subscriber number isn't what it used to mean anymore. Amazon points aren't what they used to mean either. And like they literally are allowing people in the olden days, like 5, 10 years ago, if somebody had forced you or even asked you to leave a comment on Amazon in order to if you left a comment on Amazon, just even if they didn't say to leave a good comment, even if they just reminded you to please rate this product, they would get their product pulled from Amazon. Because that's how serious Amazon was about risking the organic nature of their ratings. These days, all the time, almost, I'm getting, after I buy something, they're asking me to leave a rating. And that's your first, that should be your first red flag. If somebody's asking you to leave a rating for a product, that's bad. Because it means how many people before you were suckered into leaving a rating. And it's a lot. And worse is that people who have no idea, right? They're not experts. They're not experts at the product they ordered. And the product they ordered, it looks right. Okay, like for instance, for me, it could be a refrigerator, a water filter for a refrigerator. Okay, I always used to order it from Amazon, and it wasn't a problem. Okay, first, it would have been the manufacturer's product. So it wouldn't have been too bad. If I got an official GE water filter, that's not so bad. But then over time, they stopped selling official GE water filters. I mean, you could find them, but you had to look really, really hard. And instead, what you would get were knockoff brand for half the price or a third the price. And you're like, well, that's not too bad. In fact, you're like, maybe I might buy this all the time. And I order it once, and it turns out, no, these are really shitty. So then I go back and I try to get the original GEs again. And even though the place I ordered from last time sent the original GE, now they're not. Now they're sending me the knockoff. And it's like, well, I'm fucked now because I forgot to check when it came in. So they've been sitting in the box. And when I go to open them, they're knockoffs. Too late to refund. And when I go back to the page to order them before, it's gone. It's deleted. So I have to start a new order. And then, of course, I can't find the GE one. I've got to. The only one I've got now is third party. It sucks. It sucks. Anyway, in reading videos and watching videos, basically, people who are using it to order like medical grade things, and I know Mom I haven't talked with Mom about this, but she knows. She knows. Everything's getting sucky. Everything has gotten terrible on Amazon. I assume you've come to that conclusion. Mom will pray. Positive Candor says, you need a Carl emoji. A super Carl chat. Oh, okay. Mom will pray needs a minute. LDG at Free the Net with a $5 LDG at Free the Net with a $5 super chat. Says Berto Prey 5 like suckering you into hitting a like button. Yes, very similar, LDG. Very similar. Mama Prey is.
I can't believe I just did.
What did you rip the bag?
No, I didn't rip it. I dropped it. I didn't buy it yet.
No. Okay, Mama Prey. It's okay, Mama.
I'll be right.
Just so you guys understand what's going on. Mama Prey is taking Mama Prey is taking a bag of plastic bottles to our front porch because there's a lady who comes around collecting the plastic bottles to take them for refunds. And well, like this neighborhood as you know, people go through your garbage for those types of things. So Mama Pray has made a deal with this one lady that she gets it. So Mama Pray brings it to her.
Well, to the door.
To the door.
Yeah.
When she comes. She always comes on Mondays. So anyway, Mama Pray.
Yes. Hi, guys. I won't be long. In fact, like, shove me away in a couple of minutes if I'm still ranting. I loved Amazon. In our position, where neither one of us can go shopping, or beg somebody to stay here while I run out shopping, and now I don't even have a car, so, you know. Anyway, I used to order everything from Amazon. And Amazon had a 15% off most items that you were going to reorder. So they call it subscribe and save. And this worked beautiful for me, especially for items I use for Bert that he needs due to his health conditions. And they were always great. Then one by one, the prices went up. But even if the prices go up, they would still keep the item on your subscribe and save list. So you could get them monthly or every 2 weeks, whatever it was you needed. So I was really happy with this. It wasn't the prices going up that bothered me. It would be like 2 days before the item was to be delivered, you'd get an email that it's no longer available. Not that it's going to be late, not that it's not available this minute. They're no longer available. And they try to put in something else that is usually unrelated. Anyway, I'm really, with the medical supplies, they used to have overnight, guaranteed overnight. Nothing is guaranteed anymore. Everything is estimated. And the last thing I ordered happened to be, well, not the last thing I ordered, but the last thing I had a problem with were bandages. And they were supposed to be coming the next day. Great. Well, then you get the little, they've been delayed. So this goes on for 2 days. Then, after they've already been delayed for 2 days, they tell you, if you have not received it by such and such a date, which is 5 days in the future, you can return here for a refund or replacement. I'm sorry, but if you need a healthcare item, you usually can't wait 10 days if you've ordered it already. So what I did, I just went and reordered it, and now I look if I can get it. There's a lot of medical supply companies, and I tend to go to them because they've gotten quicker on delivery than Amazon was. I didn't use them because they would take 5 days or something. Now, the other companies are getting things here 1 and 2 days. And Amazon is like, so I've stopped a lot with the subscribe and save. Maybe it's costing a couple of dollars more, but I'd rather it come and in good condition. I mean, if you have a box of an item that's supposed to be sterile, and the box has been damaged to the point that you don't know whether the item's inside. Yeah, you can't use them. I have tossed many things just to be on the safe side. Anyway, so yeah, Amazon gets 2 thumbs down from me, even though I still need to use it a lot. That's it. I'm done ranting.
Okay. Thank you, Mama.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys. Everybody have a good weekend. No, it's Monday. I'm sorry. I thought
It's Monday.
Monday. It's not Friday. Oh, I'm ready for another weekend, actually. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought I had.
Thank you. You get a cup of water. Yes. LDGs, is this thing broke? No, LDG. I don't know why I would have gotten to it. You didn't need to super chat, but I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Captain Fandom Nerd says, hello, Captain. Keely Chow says, hey to everybody. What's going on? That's the Amazon rant. The Random Menace says, plastic bottles are recycled. We get charged 15 cents. We get as a refund upon returning. Otherwise, we are recycling almost everything, even used kitchen oil. Well, anything plastic technically gets recycled, but the more technical thing is it gets to the recycling plant, but once it gets there, it doesn't really get recycled. As from what we hear, nobody wants to buy recycled plastic. It just ends up going to the garbage anyway. Except that they can fine you. They will fine you for not recycling, even though they once they have the garbage collected, they don't actually recycle it.
But the water bottles, the soda bottles, they have 5 cents.
Right. And here the water bottles, soda bottles, they have a 5 cent deposit, as they've always had. The 5, that's what she gives that lady, is the 5 cent refund. You know, when I was a kid, when I was in elementary school, okay, when I going way back to the 1980s, when I was in elementary school, you would return a bottle and it would have a 5 cent deposit. I'm talking about in elementary school. In elementary school. 1988. For sure. For sure. 1988. We would take a bottle to the store and we would get a 5 cent deposit back. And now it is 30 plus years later. 30 plus years later. Even the Bazooka bubble gum, which used to cost 5 cents, had to increase their price. Yet, we still only get 5 cents for returning a plastic bottle to the store. How is it? How is it? Every other thing has gone up due to inflation. Everything else has increased with inflation. Minimum wage used to be $4.40. Now it's $15. A McDonald's hamburger was probably less than $1, 90 cents in 1988. Now it's $5. $5. $5. It's crazy. How is it? How is it that the plastic bottle refund remains at 5 cents? And People are still happy to do it. People are still happy to do it. They're still happy to take your bottles and refund them for you. Not for you. I mean, they're not giving you the money, but they're keeping the money. But it's still worthwhile for them to go out and take your plastic bottles. Crazy. It's crazy. Keely Chow says, hey to Mama Pray. The Random Menace says, for most retired people, every day is a weekend day. For Mama Pray, every day is a business day. That is very true. That is very true. Yvette says, Bird, in the UK, they don't even give a refund on glass or plastic bottles for many years. Huh. That's weird. Yeah, Mama Pray. Did you notice that it's still only 5-cent refund? And it was 5 cents in the 1980s. How did inflation not they don't allow inflation on recycling. I mean, I'm just thinking, like 1988, it was 25 cents for a U.S. stamp. I remember going out to the out of 272 to mail things, and it was an American flag stamp, 25 cents. And I used to think, oh, it'd be like just taping a quarter. I wondered if I could tape a quarter to a letter if they would take it, because it was the same. It was the same price. Like, oh, it's a sticky quarter, and so the same then 5 cans of Coke, 5 recycled cans of Coke would get you 25 cents. Now it's 30 plus years later. It's now 60 something cents to mail a letter. So you would need
12.
You'd need 12 plus cans of recycled Coke. You need an entire package of recycled Coke to mail a single letter in.
I have another bit of info that isn't advertised. Okay, listen to this.
Okay.
Everybody in the United States hears about the what is it called? COLA, cost of living increase, that people on Social Security get each year. They announce it on the news, and if it pertains to you, you pay attention. If it doesn't, you don't. But I don't know how it is in other states. But in New York, every time there's an increase in Social Security, people that are probably the lowest incomes of Social Security, that also get food stamps, their food stamps decrease. When the Social Security goes up, their food stamps decrease, not dollar per dollar, but I guess enough that the increases don't do a lot. I mean, they don't do a lot to begin with, but they do less for people if they are getting also food stamps. But that isn't advertised anywhere. It don't say on the news, well, our Social Security recipients are getting 3.2%, but Also, if you're a food stamp recipient, your food stamps are going down 2.9% or something like that. I don't know. But it goes along with the bottle 5-cent refunds. I don't know. It makes no sense. I know. It's just something that's not advertised anywhere, but it happens. That's it. I'm done.
Thank you, Mama Fay.
You're welcome. Since you were ranting about the 5 cents, never increased.
And unrelated note, but I did want to bring up because I heard this and I wondered. I heard about this last week, and I wondered if this could have happened, if this did happen last week. Luckily, I found out about it, and I was able to, quote unquote, prove my innocence. And had I not known this happened, somebody else, had it been anybody else who thought this of me, chances are they would have never found out that I did, from what I did, it wasn't a mistake on my part. I did the best I could given what happened to me. And that's to do with comments, okay? If I do not read your comment, more than likely, it's just because either I didn't see it, or I really didn't have time to read it out loud. And it is absolutely nothing personal. Please believe me. Even if I see it, it doesn't mean I'm doing it. I'm personally saying, oh, that so-and-so, I wish they would stop coming to my streams, so I'm going to just ignore their chats. I promise you, I have never, ever said that to myself. Okay? I have never said that to myself. And I highly doubt I would ever say that. If there was somebody here who I truly didn't want to be here, I would come out and I would say it. Because yes, I'm a dick. I'm an asshole. To that point, I would say it. Now you're saying, but Bird, people tell me you're the nicest person on YouTube. I don't know how that's possible, because I am certainly not the nicest person that I know. I could think of people nicer than me. But that said, I will be honest with you. If I don't want you here, I'll tell you to leave. But the thing is, I can't imagine anyone I don't want here on a bed life. Because a bed life, there's really not much you can do. I mean, you can put shit in the chat, but if you put shit in the chat, everybody here's a moderator. So they'll just clean you up. And if you're a moderator and you go beyond the line, and I just demod you, and again you're gone. So it's really not that big a deal. But if you're a mod and you posted something and you're upset I didn't get to it, please give me the benefit of the doubt. Before you get too upset, too angry, because it's not fair to me, it's not fair to you, and it's not fair to the whales. And also, if you see, and I hate to do this, because if you see me on someone else's stream in the middle of the night at my time, and I know well, what's your time and Eastern time, and you don't want to deal with it, time zones, I get it. So just, if you see me on someone else's stream, like a Doomcock stream or someone streaming in the middle of the night, and I just come on and I say, Kapla. Well, I probably, especially if it's late, okay, if it's a late stream, more than likely, it means I woke up to Jaloja and I put a stream on just to listen to go to sleep again in the background. But if it's, if it's Doomcock, or if it's Antiderivative Jill, Pop Culture Curator, Deej, LDG is streaming in the middle of the night for some reason, and I go in the chat and I just type Kapla, and I see, unfortunately, in the chat, after I type Kapla, I'll see, my name get highlighted in orange a few times. And I'm like, fuck. Because then I had to have to wake myself up to at everyone who added me, or I try to just type out Kapla all, but even adding that to it, it's shitty. It's not. I feel like it's more insulting to just say all. But the reality is, I'm just trying to get back to sleep. I only wanted to give a quick Kapla to everyone, and I apologize. I apologize in advance. But yeah, it's just to say a quick hello, give them a little help, to have one extra interaction, and that's it, and go on with my life. And if it's during the day and I don't respond back to everybody, it's because I've probably got 20 other things going on at once, and I just came by to say hi, to give an interaction, but that's it. I don't have the time to spend to stay there. Now, if I am going to be there, and I'm going to be spending time on the stream, then absolutely, I will say hello to everyone who says hello to me. Okay? So if I see 4 or 5 people say hello to me really quickly, I'll send the first hello. I'll say kapla to the first 4 or 5 people who say hello to me. And then I'll see another 3 or 4 people. So I'll say hail, X, Y, and Z. And then another couple of people will say, kapla. And then I'll have to figure out. I go between hello, kapla, hail, and then I go back to. Basically, I just use hello, kapla, hail, and start over again. So, yeah. That's what I'll do. Anyway. Todd Jennings is happy El Presidente Day. Birdo Pray 5. Kapla, Todd Jennings. And he says, happy El Presidente, epic beard of the Alpacan Union. Miranda Menace says, we are paying for every full trash can with the general waste. We do not, however, get charged for recycling. Before the baby, we only had every 2 to 3 weeks the trash collected. Todd Jenny says, Bird intentionally jumps my comments when I go too crazy with the sci-fi memes. Todd Jenny says, I'm glad I don't have to read this scrolling mess of crazy comments. And Todd Jenny says, smash the like, you Richard lovers. JP says, wait, we all ain't modded. Oh, JP's, you were modded. I'm sure you were. Do you want to be a mod, JP's? What I demodded were people who asked to be demodded because of butt bans. And the butt bans can get pretty effing serious now. So, Jenny says, well, I mistook this stream as a Chronos, Deej, Random, etc. Admiration Society Day. And Todd Jenny says, I'm not a whale. I'm an obese dolphin. JP says, low, all the fuck. These peons are at it again. Todd Jenny says, if you start apologizing too much, I am making you an honorary Canadian. And he says, okay, the girlfriend's getting pissed at me, delaying the movie. I control the TV with my computer. Have fun. Smash the like, damn it. Thank you. JP says, no, you can't hand that shit out to just anyone, Todd. Todd says, I look like Doug Ford. Sure, I can. Hey, my friends. JP says, no, I have to pass the hockey test first. No. And Darth Maul says, realize you've had some channel growth, Bird. Not really. Not really. We got up past 3,000 subscribers after a long time of just getting up to 3,000 and then not quite achieving 3,000. That said, basically I paid for these last couple hundred subscribers, maybe 300 subscribers. YouTube. So YouTube started having a promotions tab where you can basically buy subscribers, buy viewers, buy you can buy views, or you can buy subscribers, or you can buy likes, I assume. Anyway, I played with it, and yeah, it seems to work. LDG has played with it, and he has had massive success with it. I have had some success, but LDG has also spent more money on it than I have. Yeah, so subscription count just doesn't mean what it used to mean anymore. I talked about this last week. Like, YouTube subscribers used to be the gold standard in terms of, your social media credentials. It used to be the hardest to get, but apparently for some time now, you've been able to purchase them, and it's depressing to know that we're not. This isn't. It's depressing to see that it's not real. That content, your number of subscribers is just something you can pay for. And while I'm sure not every big channel pays for subscribers or paid for subscribers, it appears now in 2024 that in order to become a big channel, you do have to pay a certain amount to get your channel beyond certain I don't know, to get to certain levels, so to get past certain plateaus, you might need to spend a little money to keep the channel growing. Like to get from the 2 to the 3,000 or 5,000, you might need to spend a little cash. Also, though, once you do that, you do get a YouTube. They give you access to a YouTube ad person. I now have. I set up the first call with this person for tomorrow. I don't know how it's going to work, but we'll see. Because yeah, because YouTube, they not demoted. They said no. I tried to do an ad and the first thing they did was say, nope, you can't do it. They said I am running up against a political not a poll. Uh, they're saying a politics. They're saying I can't buy because of politics. And did I save it? Yeah, okay. Disapprove. This promotion violates policy and can't run. Election advertising. So election advertising. Now this is from the Bed Life video that I did for my birthday. My birthday in November 2013, I'm trying to advertise that Bed Life, and I got it to go once, and it says happy 45th birthday to me, Monday, November 13th, 2023. And I got 83 subscribers. 83 subscribers from that video. But then I tried to do that video a second time, and with nothing else different, disapproved because it violates the policy. And it's bullshit. Now, it took I'm sorry, the screen froze. Okay, we're back. Sorry. So yeah, it violated the policy. It's bullshit. I got to talk to them and figure out why every time I start a promotion, it comes back as violating policy. The Random Menace likes this small community. Yeah, I do too. I do too. JP's is long duck. The Traveler says at work will lurk. Apply, Traveler. Darth Maul says really to buy subs and likes and views. What the hell is going over at Salty's channel then? Well, Salty is apparently, I would imagine, not paying to buy subs, likes, and views, and that's why his numbers are going down. To be clear, I would imagine that's what's going on. The Random Menace is pay to play cheating. Well, yes and no. I mean, they are advertising. You are paying them, and they deliver on that advertising. Let me tell you, it's a lot easier. Now, I'm not talking $1,000 for me, you know. $20 here, $20 there, 50 to get it started. But I tell you, it's something to see the channel grow and not have to worry, did I do enough videos this week? I clearly don't have the money to just pay to grow the channel. And frankly, I think that would kill the fun for me. It would kill the fun for me. Mike Richards says, if you have to pay for it, it doesn't count. James T. Kirk. Yeah, I would imagine he would say something like that. Darth Maul says engagement then would be a better metric then, or a per video basis over a month. Stan Lee, it just proves that advertising works. Big surprise. It does work. Exactly. What upsets me, Stan, is that if YouTube knows that they could advertise my channel and get me more subscribers, then why aren't they doing that to begin with? Because if I get more subscribers, they get more subscribers, right? It's more advertising. They win, I win, everybody wins, even the whale. But the answer is, of course, and this is me, and this was, other people suggested this too, is that YouTube no longer cares, right? YouTube already has the eyes here. YouTube already has people coming to watch content, and they're not coming to watch my content, or they're not coming to watch Salty's content. They're already here watching content, and they'll just watch whoever's content, whoever pays enough. Sometimes that'll be me. Sometimes that'll be another channel. And sometimes it'll be, BBC. Or sometimes it'll be, maybe not BBC, maybe that's a bad choice. It'd be ABC or CBS or NBC. And, whoever pays the most at that time interval will get the eyeballs. And if even paying $20 will get me, a handful of new subscribers, well, that's not the worst thing in the world. Kronos is here, says, I'm missing Bird. Are you missing me, Kronos? The Traveler says it's not pay to play, it's pay to win, and Bird paid up. Well, I didn't pay up that much. Kronos says money for nothing and your chicks for free. The Traveler says Bird for nothing, crashes for free. That's true. Captain Fandom Nerd says, hey to Kronos. Says, hey back. Stan Lee says, Mike Richards, yeah, but every feature film spends hundreds of millions to promote their content. Kronos says, is Bird ranting again? Stan Lee says, other channels are paying more in some metric besides they have more potential. Kronos says, I. Stan Lee says, yeah, they don't care what you're watching. Mike Richards says, Stan Lee says, I was just being a smartass. Sorry. Kronos says, dumbasses are funny. Mike Richards says, hail. Kronos says, Bird has only one eyeball. Kronos says, hey to Mike Richards. Stan Lee says, the trick is, like for LDG, if those 20,000 subscribers and 40K plus watch videos return to watch more. Kronos says, it wasn't my MTV. Kronos wants his MTV. Stan Lee says, I like what the algorithm feeds me. A channel I like, I'll go and watch for all their content. Son of a bitch, says Kronos. So Um, let's let's bring up February holidays. Tug of War Day today. Family Day in Canada. Islander Day. Iwo Jima Day. Iwo Jima. Today, the battle was 1945, the Battle of Iwo Jima. The 1945 battle cost the lives of American soldiers who were wounded and killed. National Airboat Day. National Arabian Horse Day. National Chocolate Mint. Yeah, Mint Day. I hate mint. I hate mint. National Lash Day, eyelashes. National Vet Girls Rock Day. We celebrate the extraordinary, courageous women who risk their lives fighting for peace in the world. President's Day, that's the real day. And Prevent Plagiarism Day. The day of the illustrious Puerto Ricans. Get ready to understand the importance of the day of the illustrious Puerto Ricans and its history. Well, not here, but maybe some channel you can. And finally, it's the U.S. Coast Guard's Reserve birthday today. The U.S. Coast Guard Reserve. I was almost a member of the U.S. Coast Guard Reserve. Shadow Prey and I were going to sign up, but the boat got damaged. Imagine that. I would have been part of the Coast Guard Reserve. Stanley says, like when Aaron feeds me a channel, I'll go and watch all their content. Right, I read that. Who comes up with these days, says Kronos. Mike Richards says, February isn't the longest month. It just feels that way. And Kronos says, vet girls, thank you for serving. I know I've said this before. I will say it again. I do not have a lot of experience with women who chose to serve their country. But the ones I did know in college who were like on that plan, or the ROTC, where they were going to they're going to, I don't know, serve after I don't know how it worked. I guess it's after they get their degree, they go off to do their jobs. I don't know why, but and I don't want to, I say this with, I don't mean to put this in the wrong way, but everyone that I know of who chose to do that, they were the kind that would flash you their boobs. Just saying. They were the kind of girls that would flash you their boobs on a booze cruise. 100% of the time. Which, for somebody like me, who had not ever met a girl who would do that before or since, it always stuck out. It's like, what would they have in common that they, regardless of what they were in life, everything else, they would all be the kind to flash you on a booze cruise. A boobs cruise. It was a booze cruise. Maybe they misheard me. Maybe they misheard me. I suppose that's possible. Okay. Also, hey, we got a new subscriber. Yami's Queen Jess has subscribed. If you're here, Yami, kapla. If you're subscribed because of another video, which is more likely, kapla anyway. Cheese recall expands to dozens of products as 2 people die. I read it. It's mostly out of California and Hawaii. And it's not grated cheese as the picture, as the stock picture is. California producer might behind a nationwide listeria outbreak that's been linked to 2 deaths and dozens of hospitalizations. Federal agency added 3 new products by different companies to a growing list of recalls over fears they contained potentially contaminated queso fresco and cojita cheeses manufactured by the Rizo Lopez Foods of Modesto, California. So be careful if you're out there in the West and you have that type of cheese. Also, our good friend Yitzy Lemons put out a new trailer video, Crimson Skies, issue 4, Jocks Around the Clock trailer. There's audio to it, but you guys can't hear it. But basically, it appears to be a it's a restaurant called Jocks, which called Jocks Diner. Yeah. So you can imagine what it's like. It's like a Hooters, I guess. But this is all Yitz's art. Yeah. So check out Yitzy's. I will put the link. To Yitzy's video. Make sure you subscribe to him. Check out his video. Yitzi, and check out, you can go to Fund My Comic over here. Yitzi Lemons has, done more. Wow, that is an interesting picture. Yitza has done more for this community than most, so I definitely want to help him out if I can. If you're at all interested in seeing Yitza's comic get made, please go ahead and help him out. Darth Maul says that's better than getting flashed by the girls at a Blues Clues cruise. Prison isn't my forte. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that is not cool. Hakeem says, I've been to Hooters once. The wings were overcooked and the boobs were flat. Wow. Chrono says his sausage is better. I don't want to know. Also, we're keeping an eye on LDG. He's at 22.1 thousand subscribers with 5 videos. So check him out. If you haven't already, check him out. Also, some good news that Joe DiBiase fake account on Facebook seems to have been taken down. The content is not available right now. Big thanks to Chris Knight. A lot of people did say that they were going to report it, and I'm sure many of you did, but it appears to be Chris Knight's report that was the one that broke the camel's back. And so thank you, Chris, for listening to me and reporting the fake page. Okay, let's go ahead and get to some Dear Bob. Dear Bob, I don't understand why the whole family is mad at me. I got a new dog I named Stains, and the host of our get-together, I could bring my new dog to the family get-together. My dog is really good with people, and there are lots of laughter from the kids as they are playing with him and yelling, come Stains, as they were calling him over. I don't see why they are all mad. I have no idea either. You should ask somebody. Say, why are you mad, sir? Please. Darth Maul says, is it me, or does Hollywood have a bias towards small-breasted women? It's like large breasts are too feminine for them. Yeah, I would say that is true. Dear Bob, my sister came out recently as non-binary. Is she my half-sister now? You gotta laugh from Mama Pray. You gotta laugh out loud. from Mamo Prey. Dear Bob, not a question, a dating tip. In your Tinder profile, upload your picture upside down. When girls swipe you away, they will swipe right and you will get a match. Ugly Hustler. That's a solid tip. That is a solid tip. And remember, the tip always counts. Dear Bob, what dinosaur has 500 teeth? I hope there's an answer in the next Dear Bob. Dear Bob, since you're dealing with so much doctors, I have a question. My sex doll seems to have a running nose. What medicine should I buy? What? If your sex doll has a running nose, you probably should stop using it. What dinosaur has 500 teeth? I have no idea. And now I have to look in the chat. Does anybody know what dinosaur has 500 teeth? Darth Maul says, didn't help. Stains shifts all over. The Traveler says, that Dear Bob reminded me about the dog named Bucket. Rose says, the Traveler, the tip counts. Who's a Binar? And Stanley says, you're using it wrong. Yeah, you're using the sex doll wrong if the nose is. Yeah. Rose says, hey, did I say, hey, Stan? Darth Maul says, pull her drain plug. She's overfilled. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Okay, guys. I think we're going to call it a day here. Thanks for hanging out. Cop flaw all. Bird out. Good night. Good night. I'll go to this screen. Kapla. Good night.